Humans are strange creatures, according to my own decades of direct research into this subject. Just to be clear, when I say humans, I mean the other ones. They, the strange ones, and you know who I'm talking about, are nothing like me. By the way, if you don't know who I'm talking about, then you're probably who I'm talking about. I know better than they do. I give them warnings about the things that I know better than they do. Then for some mysterious reasons that obviously evidence that something is wrong with those other people, some of them do not automatically adjust their behavior in accord with my clear, explicit warnings. I would give them clear, explicit warnings and even offer simple principles so they can easily understand the logic of the warnings. I would even tell them about the unprecedented opportunities available. In response, I've heard things like the following. Yuck, that topic is complex and confusing and negative. Anyway, hopefully the government will take care of that for us. Or hopefully the insurance companies will take care of that for us. Or we'll just pray and they'll be taken care of. Someone else will take care of it for us. The Savior. Yeah. Or hopefully my husband speaking. Yeah. Or my wife will take care of that for me. Or hopefully my CPA will take care of that for me. Or hopefully my lawyer will take care of that for me. Or hopefully my children will take care of that for me. I really should have some more children, or at least one, so they can take care of that for me. After all, it is sacrilegious to focus on money. Plus, I have to go because I really can't afford to be late for work again. Basically, I'm just too busy to review my finances. It's just not worth the time. Hey, speaking of time, now is just not the right time for me. There are other important things that I really must do first, like saving the world from the humans. The strange ones, the other ones. By the way, I want to clear this up because I think I know what you've been implying. I'm just not that kind of person. I'm not into unearned gains from things like speculating on the stock market, especially not with borrowed funds. Plus, don't those unearned gains seem immoral to you? People should have to work very hard for very long in order to do well financially. Anyway, I have a buddy who knows about some surefire, huge gains in flipping some foreclosed real estate that has just dropped in value by about 1/2. Those are the kinds of investments that easily produce huge unearned gains, even though they require absolutely no money down. And best of all, they're super safe because real estate always rises. Well, what can I say to that? If someone insists on using one little hand to lift a very full cup, especially when there is a kitty and a doggy chasing each other around in the kitchen, well, they might not get another refill. 1 minute, you think it's fun to feed the doggy, and the next minute, you may be complaining that the doggy cleaned everything off your plate after you left it where he could not miss it. Well, you went to do those other more important things first. That's like playing the game of flipping real estate, but then complaining when the foreclosure auction and bankruptcy are over. That's like being surprised when the governments and insurance companies announce that they're not going to keep the promises that they made to you when out campaigning and canvassing for commissions. Strange, isn't it? This is unprecedented. Yeah, sure, shame on them for making such ridiculous promises, but shame on you for investing in them without understanding those promises. And shame on the doggy for stealing all the food off of your plate. And shame on whoever filled up your cup that full, even if it was me. So I know, maybe we can write a really important song about all of this. Some of my friends have introduced me to the idea that people get the governments they deserve. What seems simpler to me is this: people get the governments they get. In fact, people get whatever results they get, and the results they get are always the results they invested in getting. The experience of betrayal may simply be evidence of trusting in what is unreliable. The experience of shame may simply be evidence of believing that life should not be, however, it actually may already be. If the doggy does not keep the promises clearly stated on page 268 of a written contract, such as the Constitution, what are we going to do about it? Do we really think that little shapes of ink are what gives authority and rights and protections and privileges? Ink or action? Maybe if you value your food, next time you won't leave it out where the doggy can see it. If you want your investments to be available for you in a week, are you willing to invest in some things that last? Some things that hold their value over time, like honey or cheese or potatoes or jerky, instead of things that don't last? Instead of investing in things that don't last, like leaving that half-eaten ripe banana out in the direct sunlight, what do you think is going to happen? Once you know that some investment is not a stable sustainer of value, it doesn't have lasting, stable value, which we now know about real estate, stocks, commodities. We know that. If you didn't know a few years ago, you know now. So if you refuse to resist ignoring the warnings, then you definitely will not be committed to seek out prudent alerts concerning the emerging shifts in risks and opportunities. You won't be willing to pay anything for information and services that can save you a decade or two of retirement savings, or earn you even more. Instead, you can invest your attention on TV shows and YouTube videos about which little doggy in the window is the most scandalous and corrupt, or the most cute and unthreatening. However, if you take home one of those little doggies, it could get hungry and then grow and soon be even more hungry. Kind of like certain governments and their